And speaking of Tiltify, like, I'm seeing those donations, I'm seeing those incentives, and what I am so amazed, our Tiny Tina's Wonderland school was $250, and we're already at $90.30. That's... Oh, you're gonna make me do math. That's over a third of the way there. And again, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, by the way, is run by Honey Bunny Kagome, that excellent commentator you just heard on Metroid Prime's Sonic Run. But of course, that's not the only incentive we have open at the moment. We've got Hello Kitty Cruisers, the character choice. Right now, there's a single character ahead of the pack. That's Pom Pom Purin, the pudding dog. But again, Crime said her favorite character, her choice would have been the sweet little devil Kuromi. Honey Bunny Kagome put her vote towards Hello Kitty. If you want to get either one of those characters, or maybe Cinnamoroll or My Melody in, you only actually have until the end of this next run to get your donations in and make that happen. Because coming right up, we have Chocobo GP being run by Kariohki.
Hello, good evening everyone. Happy Friday, and welcome to Chicken Go Fast. This is Chocobo GP for the Nintendo Switch. It came out earlier this year. I am Kariohki, and I am joined by Quartz, who's going to be helping me out with some commentary and throwing me questions my way and all that kind of fun stuff.
Hi everyone, nice to be here.
Alright, so as you can see, swimwear won, and we get to see a wet Chocobo. He's all ready to go to the beach and hang out, maybe at the pool too, at the hotel. Vacation, these last gasps of summer happening up here in the Northern Hemisphere. And we'll be ready to just go into the story mode right away here. This will be the story mode on normal master difficulty, and that just means normal mode meaning the characters unlock as you go, and there's more easier goals to beat for the races, and master means you go faster. So once everything's ready, I will count you in to start the timer, and that'll start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright everyone, I'm very excited. This is such a cute game. Like, its aesthetic is just the most cute, and while I'm not a big Final Fantasy fan, I adore cute things, and this is perfect for that.
Yeah, this game pulls from a lot of kind of deep Final Fantasy lore. There's a lot of references to both mainline Final Fantasy games and spin-off games as well. Alright, so first most important thing is that perfect start that I got. When we start the race and you hold your gas button down at the start, starting at the 2, you get a perfect start. If you do a little later, you start it, and it goes a little slower for a great start. You got drifting. This game is very similar to the newer Mario Karts. And let's get an explanation on some of those little things that I'm picking up along the track. It's all, silver and gold and bronze and stuff.
Those are Magicites, correct?
Yeah, that's a Magicite. They're magic, and you see there are 2 things we've been picking up from those Magicites. Both actual magic. We got haste here that I just used to go really fast. I'm probably gonna bonk. Bonk. Okay.
Yeah.
And haste. Then also we've been picking up these crystal things, and they're like coins from Mario Kart, where the more you get, the faster your top speed's gonna be.
So haste, the items you got, it grants a speed boost for a period of time, and it depends on the upgrade. So the items have different upgrade levels. There's haste, Hastara, and haste Daga, which follows the Final Fantasy naming conventions.
So unfortunately, between every chapter of story mode, you do have to menu, and that menu is very important. You don't want to overmash and go back into the same race that you had just cleared. So every race has its win condition to it. Sometimes it's going to be become in first place. Sometimes it's going to be to beat a certain character. Most times it's going to be beat a certain character. And we'll be seeing that right here once this loads into our second race here.
And we're also playing the Chocobo. Can you explain why?
Chocobo, even though he's kind of an all-around character, he has the best ability to use, and that ability is that thing at the lower left of the screen. That gauge fills up as time passes, and once it fills up, I can hit my X button, and I do an ability called Chocobo Dash, which makes me go fast for a time of period, also gives me invulnerability, and gives a slight auto-tracking for the race course here. That invulnerability is extremely important. I will be actually using my ability very defensively in some races. Instead of just doing it for a speed boost, I'll be doing it to dodge other racers here. So I'm actually going to wait here until Sid uses his ability. There he goes. He's going to blow himself up, maybe? Yep, he's going to blow... Nope, he missed it. It changed that. Okay. So I'm actually going to use my ability there. It used to be that Sid would always run into his own ability, but they might have patched that out. Atla? No. That was close. We had to beat Sid there on that track, and he was in second and coming up hot. And Atla used his ability, which is to take all your mithril and give him a speed boost. Or crystals, rather. Your crystals being the little coin things that you pick up. When a chapter has more than one race, it'll automatically take you to the second race to go right through into it. So we can just kind of mash through the A button there and load into the second race in Sid's test track here. If you notice at the top there for the Sid's test track in the background with the, I think the blimps, they have the old square logo on them, and that's kind of a reference to Sid's test track from the original Chocobo Racing on the PS1, which I also speedrun, where they had very similar things in there. So here we have to beat, you know this guy, this guy with the swords and the pompous attitude. Who is that?
It's Greg!
It's Greg! There he is! He's got a Reflect. Reflect being kind of one of the other kind of important magicites that use because it will block magic from attacking you. We're already all the way back in 6th.
Greg, for those of you who don't know, is Gilgamesh, a longtime Final Fantasy summon. We call him Greg because Final Fantasy XIV gave him the nickname Greg, and honestly, I think it just fits him better.
Yeah. Okay, Ifrit's in front, that's fine, because we have to beat Greg to win this track. So I'm going to get a 3rd level Reflect here, in case anybody fires, but I'm going to also use my invulnerability here and just kind of coast to the very end of the track. There we go. So, when you have a 3rd level Reflect like that, it'll automatically block magic that hits you. So they introduced, Fire and Reflect in that stage. Fire, you know, Fire, Firaga, Fire, Fira, Firaga. That's how that goes. Each one is kind of like the shells in Mario Kart, where one's like, the first one's like the green shell, and then the second one's like the red shell, and the third one's a blue shell.
Oh look, it's Greg.
It's Greg! His ability is really annoying because it's kind of random where all those swords land. So you have to do some really fancy dodging. Alright. This chapter here, this race is extremely short, so I do have to be careful if I end up too far back. Alright, we're gonna have, you know, water, and just hope we don't get hit by that. Okay, we're good. We can just coast wide here and through the middle, and then flip again. Ben got stuck on the side. You see, we're already on lap 2, so to be very careful about getting too far behind in this one. That magic there is Quake, and it'll make a, I think, is that Ifrit's coming? Okay, we dodged whatever it was. And I'm going to use my thing here just to kind of go past, and perfect again. Whoever that was just crashed into the thing. Alright, that was a perfect Monster Village one. Very tense race just because it's so short, and Ben there is the one we had to beat, and he came in second. So I'm always like, that could have gone horribly wrong. It's very easy for the RNG just to fall behind very quickly in some races and then just never catch all the way back up. You can't see him on camera, but my one cat is laying on his back with his stomach up, and it's very cute. That was a cat update.
Thank you for the very important cat update.
My other one is under my desk. Please don't get in there. Alright, we can race Monster Village again. This time we have to beat Greg again. By the way, I do highly recommend getting and playing this game. The story is hilarious, especially if you're a longtime Final Fantasy fan. There are a lot of deep-cut references to various games and quotes and characters in it. And I do have to say the running gag for Greg is hilarious. I won't spoil it for you because I do want people to play this game. Unfortunately, when it launched, it had a lot of kind of negativity towards it due to the microtransactions that it has. But they've really loosened up on those, and... Oh, we just passed by a yeet there. They've really loosened up the microtransactions, and they're not as important to like get all the characters and whatnot now, so highly recommend playing this game. That little portal there is one of the other important magics, swap. And I like to call it yeet, because once you go through the portal, you yeet yourself forward. Or backwards. Because you can go in the red portals and end up backwards.
Oh no. Yeah, I was going to say, I heard this game, speedrun especially, has gone through a lot of changes since it was released. Can you tell us about that?
Because this is a modern video game, it can get patched, and patches change things, such as removing glitches. There used to be a very large skip in a later race that you could do that was a glitch that was removed. Character balances have been changed, so like Atla got a buff recently that I actually have been considering adding another version category to the leaderboard to correct for that. There was also another glitch where that item ticket thing would not show at the end of races, and that, you know, that saves time if that doesn't show. And I just had a tire hit me on the head and 2 people yeet past me.
No.
Yeah, this track is Zozo. It's from Final Fantasy VI, and we also are introduced to, as each track goes on, we get introduced to more characters in the story, based on what city, what area we're in. That's Ramu. It hit me. I should have dodged that, but I'm kind of waiting for... Who's this Maduin? Okay. Coming out of nowhere, he crashed into the wall. I could have dodged that, but I didn't. We're gonna get a level 3 haste here just to, Okay, there's Diamond Dust. That's what I'm saving my speed up for. Oh, there's a yeet! There's a yeet! Here we go! We can maybe salvage this!
I was going to say, I know some races are very close, even if you're a speedrunner. Is this one of those races?
Not typically!
Oh,
okay,
so
dodge Ramu this time.
Today.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out on Terra at the front there. Irma's ahead of me. Okay. There goes Atla, and there should win here, and we're fine. See, as long as you come in first, you're fine, because no one's ahead of you. that was a little scary getting all the way to the end there, and I think we had to beat Ramu. So Ramu was actually way in like the middle there, so that turned out okay. So even if Terra had beat us there, we still would have won the race for passing the story chapter. So we didn't need to beat her. We only need to beat Ramu. Yeah. So there's been different patches, and I think there's like 3 categories on the leaderboard right now for different patch levels, just because there are a couple runners who have kept a down patched version on their Switch, or like they have a spare Switch that doesn't connect to the internet to do some of the lower category ones. Also, that one track skip glitch was so broken that it kind of was unfair to leave those up from the other ones. But yeah, as each patch comes out, we kind of have to reevaluate, and that's just standard with modern games these days. Also, we do time by in-game time for the leaderboard. because of the loading differences between versions. If you're playing it on a cart, there are cart releases in Japan and Europe for this game. Or if you're playing on... Greg? Okay. If you're playing on downloadable version from the SD card, or downloadable version on your... I don't know who hit me. Downloadable version on your actual device, like... the actual hard drive in the Switch.
So console storage versus memory card storage versus card.
Yeah, I'm a PlayStation game runner, so I kind of have that same thing with like, which model PS2 do you have? Well, some of your games will run better on it, and some of the games run worse on it. So I'm sort of used to that, but it's been a trip. Just this game's been out since March, and it's already been like gone through 3 different revisions on the leaderboard. So we're almost to the end of Zozo here. We said to beat Greg on this level again. And we are very comfortable as Greg is in second to last right now. There we go.
This was chapter 3, right? Chapter 4?
Now we're into chapter 5, and chapter 5 is where it starts getting... I think the difficulty kind of bumps up a little bit here. It's very similar in my mind to race number 4 in Chocobo Racing on PS1, where the difficulty just seems to go up a little bit and the tracks get a little bit more complicated from there on out, and RNG can just start doing you a no-no. So 5-1's okay. 5-2 though, I don't like 5-2. So if any Final Fantasy IX fans out here will recognize this city and these 2 characters that joined us. I actually went off to the side there just so I could dodge that thunder magic. Thunder can like join against you and other racers, so if somebody next to you gets hit with it, it'll hit you too. I got me a yeet and Steiner, get out of my way. I have to beat Steiner in this race, so I don't want him near me, and his ability is really annoying as well. So I'm not going to use my yeet just yet, even though I'm not, actually getting any magic because these speed boosts here. So I'm just going to yeet here for a little bit, and then there we go. You got to be careful with your yeets. You can very easily yeet yourself into a corner. You can yeet yourself in the direction you don't want to go, and you're facing the wrong way. Well, I saw that coming. All right, get up, get up. There we go. That was Sid's special.
Can NPCs use your yeet?
Yes, and you can use their yeets. A yeet just exists as a thing on the field, and anybody can yeet with it.
Yeets for everyone.
Yeets for days. Alright, can something come? Thank you. And of course, then I go into that very obvious trap there. That was a 3rd level water spell right there that I ran over like a dingus.
So are some of the items like droppable, or do you use them next to people? Is it just Mario Kart style?
It's pretty much Mario Kart style. Some of them are more proximity things, like Quake, you kind of want to be next to someone to use because it comes out in like a radius circle around you. Water you leave behind you as like, like the oil slicks or the mines from Diddy Kong Racing. Or the banana peels, that's the Mario Kart one, banana peels. Most of them are, you fire it ahead of you or fire it behind you, like fire, arrow, blizzard, thunder are all like fire it. We're gonna be introduced, I think it might be in this race or the next one, to Doom, and Doom just kind of goes on the person right in front of you, and then they have to jump to dodge to get rid of the Doom Reaper. All right, we got to beat Racing Hero X here. In my practice, I was doing like super well on this. So he'll always bonk at the start there, so we can kind of use that to our advantage to get in an early lead here. And a haste is good. Be careful of whatever this is. It's a tornado. Okay, and then here we can do a massive slide here, as long as we don't crash into anyone or the gravity balls flying around. All right, perfect boost. Let it ride, and then trick. Oh, you can do tricks off of the ramps. Shirama, please, you're in the way. Alright, we're gonna use our haste here, because it's a nice long straightaway. And I kind of went wide there, but we are decently ahead. Racing Hero X is way in the back. He is using his ultimate right now, because he just turned rainbow on the side. Alright, we're gonna do another perfect boost down here. This is like the best part to do these things, I love it. And that is Sid, so we're gonna cut that short. And again, great trick. Use that. I am at max speed now. And, okay. We are in a decently comfortable lead, but I am not taking any chances. Something is coming. Nope. Okay. I am saving my boost very defensively in case something comes up behind me, like a undodgeable fireball or something. That little warning symbol at the bottom middle that sometimes comes up, yellow is for abilities and red is for specials, and I'm going to use that right there to get through that blast. And we are golden. That was perfect. That is revenge for, like, the last 2 times I ran this in a marathon and lost on this race.
I've heard people have some feelings about Racing Hero X.
Oh, yeah. He's there, and his ability is kind of rude. It takes up, like, the whole track. And, yeah, I don't like him. Not as annoying as Atla. Atla's is more annoying because it just kind of stops you and it's unblockable. At least Racing Hero X's, if you're paying attention, you can get the warning, the red symbol at the bottom for that one. And you can dodge it or just go to the side if the track's wide enough and just kind of dodge it that way. Alright, now we're at Greg's house.
Hi, Greg. Sorry for the home invasion.
And so the cool thing about the big bridge level on this version of it is the opening and closing gates. He's got to time it really nicely to get through it, and I like doing that like big jump there. Oh, somebody yeeted. I saw that like come right next to me. Those fireballs will spin you. Oh, hi Steiner. What are you doing here? You better not use your ability against me. That was very close. He like just went right past me. If you get close enough, it will attack you. So. I'm gonna go in the middle here this time, because I don't really care. I'm just holding on to this Reflect. I could use it and wait for a haste instead, but Atla barely got through that gate. I could use it and wait and get a haste instead, but I am comfortable enough in the front, and if anything comes and hit me, since it's level 3, it'll automatically be used. That tornado, like, hissed my feathers barely. It was a ruffle.
Are there optimal routes to take through this stage, or is it just
nope.
whatever?
It's just make sure you're timing the gates fine, and so you don't get stuck behind one. So like this one's gonna open right away, I'm gonna go there. If I saw one that's about to close, I would change course there. You have to be careful when using your ability there, because it'll track you to the left always, and it will get you stuck if it does that. Okay, I'm just gonna use my boost here and just get to the end. That was also like pretty much perfect. Steiner was a little suspicious there for a smidge. He almost hit me, but we made it.
So how do you get a perfect race?
Perfect race is staying in the same place all 3 laps. So if I stay in first all 3 laps, it'll say perfect race. It doesn't really have a bearing on like the actual race, but that's what makes the text appear, is if it's a perfect race if you stay. I've had it happen where I stay in like second the entire time when I'm playing multiplayer. It'll say perfect race, and I'm like, I was in second the entire time. How is that perfect? It should be called consistent race.
You lose it if you go into first? That's kind of upsetting.
Yeah, so like that previous race, I came in, I think second, first, so I didn't get it. Greg has a Reflect, so I don't want to use my fireball on him. I'm going to use that there. I will hit whoever was behind me at that point. It might have been Claire. I don't know. So in a story normal mode, we there's Doom. Alright, 5-second Doom. We gotta bounce, bounce, bounce and get the Doom guy off. And hi, Steiner. He must have been right behind me.
What happens if Doom Guy goes off?
You explode, and he hits you with his Mercy Kill Scythe, and you explode and you wipe out. And I missed it magically. That's fine. Greg is way behind me, so I am fine actually. Doesn't matter that I'm in 4th right now. Atla. Ben. Okay. Ben also kind of comes out of nowhere with his Behemoth Dash. I was saying that in story normal here, we use Chocobo the entire time, but the extra mode speedrun uses Cactuar, because Cactuar is slightly faster, and his ability, bonk, also gives a speed boost to it. You just don't have him. He's a secret character, so he's not unlocked during story mode, and this is going to change. There we go. I'm just going to speed up there, and Fireball? And then Ben's gonna beat me, but I'm still gonna win the chapter. Yep, let's see. Or did I beat him? Did I speed? Oh, no, I did get second. Okay, see, there's an example of getting second, but I still fulfilled the victory condition of the race, because I beat Greg. So it still counts as a win. The original Chocobo racing was exactly the same way, where if you beat the host of that track, it would then still let you pass into the next race. So I'm very glad they carried that over. Yeah, I was quite surprised when this game got announced. I think it was announced on Nintendo Direct late last year or early this year, because Chocobo Racing for the PS1 came out in 1999, and they apparently were remaking it or making a sequel for the 3DS that got like quietly canceled. They were like, it's in development, here's the trademark for it, and then nothing.
Oh no, that's always the worst. I hate it when I hear about games that could have been.
So here, Gold Saucer, Final Fantasy VII. This is like probably the best thing to do for a Final Fantasy VII representation is the party thing. I'm gonna try to hop over the corner there. Yep. And I'm gonna get doomed because I was trying to show off a trick instead of fixing my doom. That's like the only kind of unintentional shortcut left in the game right now, is that little hop over that corner and just cutting that corner tight there. Alright, I'm gonna use that doom. I'm gonna use my reflect as well because I do want. Oh, a yeet. And what is coming up behind me? Nothing. Okay, it disappeared. I want to get more yeet. Go this way, get more yeet. Okay. I'm gonna save that for a bit because it's kind of risky to use it on these. Oh, jeez. Risky to use it on these curves because you could yeet yourself and then just kind of point right off the edge of the track. Somebody use it here. Like I was saying, Gold Saucer, these races, you have to come in 4th or higher.
No.
Blizzard. Getting all of us there. Not again. This is like the worst part to have a Doom on, so I'm just gonna fall off there. 3rd? Okay. I'm fine as long as it doesn't get worse from here.
At least falling off clears the Doom.
Yes, falling off clears the Doom. Alright. We're good. We're getting second. There's no shenanigans in this game. The original Chocobo Racing has a kind of fun trick you can do in the final race. Because to dodge abilities in that, you can just yeet yourself off the edge of the track, and you dodge some abilities that'll hit you, and that's the only way to dodge the final boss's ability, is to just, every 45 seconds, jump off the track, and it takes shorter for Sid to bring you back up than it is to recover from Mega Flare. And I love that about the original game. Nothing like that in this, as fancy as that in this game, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how does this compare to the original game?
It's a lot faster paced. It's a lot kind of more complex because it does have drifting in it, and like drift boosting like that. There's a shorter Doom. That's level 1 Doom is when it's 10 seconds like that. The original game is just a lot simpler, a lot shorter of a speedrun. It's about half as long as this game. Careful of that. Okay, Twig. I'm gonna use that so I can use that. Hi, Sid. I was very rude to Sylph there and just like, nah, get out of the way. Sid is behind me? No? Some people have their preference. Like, I find this one more fun, and this is the one that I would, like, multiplayer with people now. I think Steiner, like, dodged that somehow. This is the one I would definitely multiplayer with people these days. But the original game is very cute. It's a lot simpler, a lot easier to do. I probably should have waited to use my special, because, Sylph's thing makes your controls all tilty. But we're fine. We're in second. We're in third.
In second again.
I'm just gonna... Nope, I missed it. That's fine. So I'm not gonna beat Steiner at this point. Second is fine. It's the next 3 races where it's a problem if we start coming in second, though. But yeah, I like both equally, but for different reasons. Like, the first game is just a lot simpler. It's just very chill. Really cute story. This one's more of a funny story. Alright, for these...
soundtrack do you like more?
Oh, soundtrack. I say this one. This one's remixes are a lot better, and then a lot more variety, I think, and also I recognize more of the songs. The Zozo theme from Final Fantasy VI, the Big Bridge theme from 5 that mixes in the Chocobo theme to part of it. The Melodies of Life remix for the Alexandria chapter is just, chef's kiss. This one, even though people have said this doesn't have as much track variety because there are, like, here we're at Gold Saucer again, but we're playing the long version of the track and not the, I think it's called the short version. So it's the same, like, theming, but it's a completely different track. It's a lot longer, there's a lot more curves, it's a little bit more difficult, it's got actual built-in shortcuts to it. Compared to the original Chocobo Racing where it's what you get. There's that many tracks. And plus, you know, since this is a, you know, live game, they've been adding more tracks to it. Whose ability is that? It's Ifrit's. Oh man, that was very tight. Rude! Racing Hero X, please. I'm gonna... Woo! Yeet there. Yeet. Alright, we gotta claw our way back up to first now. Take the shortcut here. Sid! Come on. I really think the latest patch really buffed the AI of the AI competitors. Whose ability? Okay, that ability disappeared. Oh, we're behind Racing Hero X. Now we're in first. Okay, just gotta keep this. Just gotta also not fall up there. So I'm gonna take that wide and swing around there. And we're gonna use that Doom so we can hope for something good here. It's another Doom. Okay, thanks.
It's always really interesting to see speedrunners, especially if racing games play, and do a run, because it's not often that they absolutely have to come in first and still beat it quickly. You can come in second and still place pretty competitively. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna use that here so it runs out before I get to the end of this section. Okay, I think I'm fine. I'm like far enough ahead that was okay. It's very risky to use your ability there because you'll very easily just, again, fall off the edge of the end there. But we did it! that was very rough at the first lap, and we were able to come back from it. I think racing games, in general, they're very interesting speedruns because it is just going fast on the track and everything, but a lot of them have very interesting tricks to them, or strategies, or, you know, just kind of things they do to get so far ahead that either they're untouchable, or, you know, there's skips and whatever. They got the glitch categories and all that just to do through. It's not just about, you know, going fast and winning. There's a lot of tech behind them. All right, again, gotta place first.
What stage is this?
This is, don't remember the name. Hyperspace Omega? Something like that? We got sucked into the alternate world because story things, and there was evil stuff happening, and now we gotta save the world by doing a race.
Of course. That makes sense.
That is probably Racing Hero X's? No, but it's Ifrit's, okay. I'm gonna go to the right on this lap. Okay. Sometimes you can kind of pull ahead by going to the right there instead of the left, because the AI kind of goes, huh? Atla. And there's water. Oh, that's Sylph. I'm gonna use mine. And not get my controls all messed up. Alright, we are pretty comfy. You see on the right side there, we are pretty far ahead. Just gotta watch those falling crystals and do as many tricks as we can, and we are at max speed already, even though Atla attacked us before. And we'll just go left here again. We are very far ahead. I see some Bahamut Magicites going. That's like turns you into Bahamut, and because in this game Bahamut said he's too big to race. He kind of got Ridley'd, and he's like, I'm too big, but I'll give you my Magicite so you can use my power. So he like it's like the what do you call it? Bullet Bill in Mario Kart. Just kind of goes you for this is the most comfortable 9-1 I have had in a hot minute. Amazing.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, the quack. I see that in the chat the Quackies were mentioned. They're a item shop character, and they are their ability is kind of funny, and their AI can be kind of amazing. All right, interdimensional rift. Thank you. That's what this is called. And there's like 3 versions of it, and they also have their own like little short hyperspeed and long versions, I believe, too. So this is the final race here. Interdimensional rift Omega, I believe, is the final one. And we have to come in first. And this is also when the final boss like appears, and he's like, haha, I'm the one behind everything. I am Necro Shell. Because in true Final Fantasy fashion, you need to have a final boss that is a, you know, a shonen anime senpai type guy.
Of course.
Is he gonna bonk? He bonked. Small bonk. He used to bonk like big there every time through that section. So here we just want to dodge those blue crystals because they got hit boxes on them, and then the red crystals have hurt boxes on them that spin you out. So I'm gonna doom him, and this is probably Racing Hero X. Nope, it was both. It was both Racing Hero X and Ramu at the same time.
Every time you've guessed Racing Hero X, you haven't gotten it right so far, except for
then. Hey, Trash Cat, no. Get off of my television, please. There's a cat peeking his head up from behind my television. He is not supposed to be back there.
I can be the final boss. I'll stand in front of the TV.
Oh, he's behind the TV, and I'm like, you're gonna tip the TV over, please don't do that. Okay, why didn't Necro Shell spin out? Trash Cat, please, no, get down. You are pulling my TV back.
On the last lap.
On the last track, he's just like, I'm here to cause problems.
On the last track, as Kari fights not only Necro Shell, but also her cat.
Please don't pull my pin boards down either. Those take forever to pull back up, and they're very heavy. Alright, I'm gonna use my ability here to get through that, and we are coming up on time in 3, 2, 1, time.
It was a great run.
That was a you know, deathless run. Very comfy run there. Just go through the ends here. It just boots you back to the main screen after the run's done, so let you listen to the awesome theme song as we close out here. So thank you all for watching Chocobo GP as I fought not only the RNG and Necro Shell right there, but my cat who is now sitting on top of my computer. I would show you him, but he bites, so I can't pick him up. And my other cat's on the floor, so I don't want to pick her up either and get them close and make them fight. But thank you so much for watching and for donating to the costume choice. Swimsuit's always great. And Critique Quartz, thank you so much for being my commentator buddy for this.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed it, and I learned so much about Chocobos.
Oh yeah. This is a great game. You can download a free version of this game, which is just the multiplayer if you want to play online with a bunch of people. It's a lot of fun. It's very chaotic. And then the game itself, runs about under the price of a normal, release these days, and there's a lot of content. They're always adding to it every season, and it's just a lot of fun, and you don't have to spend any additional money on it, I promise. So, thank you for having me.
Just real quick, Kariohki, if people want to find you, where can they go?
Oh, I am Kariohki pretty much everywhere. Twitch, Twitter, Discord. If you're interested in running this game, there is a SRC board, and we do have a Discord as well for this game. And for Chocobo Racing 1, it's both games in one. Actually, it's the Chocobo All Games Chocobo Discord. So not only these racing games, but also like the dungeon games, the Dice Day Chocobo, and just all kinds of Chocobo spin-off games. It's linked on the SRC board for this.
That sounds amazing for a Chocobo fix. And can we get some claps and more GGs in chat for that absolutely adorable run by Kariohki? That was Chocobo GP, run by Kariohki. Once again, thank you so much for that run. Coming up, we've got another cute kart racer for you. That's going to be Hello Kitty Cruisers, being run by Fires. Oh my gosh, that was such a cute run. And y'all, thank you so much for donating to get Swimsuit met, because I know that was the first thing I hyped up on stream. I was curious. I can't tell you how long I spent trying to find information about it, and it was worth every bit. As I said, coming up, we have more cute kart racers for you. Hello Kitty Cruisers is up next, and as a reminder, we had that poll. But in the meanwhile, we've had some more incentives open up because unfortunately, while Hello Kitty Cruisers, that incentive has closed. you've got more chances to affect more things. And come on, chat. We know you love to have control over the marathon. Stonefly. You can see it on screen right now, coming up in the schedule. Stonefly will be run by Roadkill Revenge. And at about 15 minutes into the run, you chat get the chance to decide what color our mech will be. Haven't you ever wanted to design your own Gundam, your own Transformers? Well, here, Roadkill has given us a choice of 5 different colors to choose from for our mech in Stonefly. You can go from monochrome, which is different shades of gray. You can go for Neapolitan, you know, like the ice cream. That's like pink, brown, cream. Spooky goth, because it is Halloween season, isn't it? Trans rights, that ever powerful white, blue, and pink. Or this is my personal favorite for nostalgia reasons, Game Boy Green. Your donations can make that difference. And while we're at it, later tonight we'll have Space Channel 5 being run by Umbrella Jill. And Umbrella Jill, absolute mistress of this game, has offered us a choice of the Japanese version or the English version to show off. Again, your donations will make that difference in which one we get to see. Now, when you donate, you can only pick one of these bid wars at a time to put your donation towards. But if you want to hit that twofer, if you want to hit 2 things at once, right now our target incentive of upgrading that Tiny Tina's Wonderlands run to an Elite Rooms run is still open. We're at $90 out of the $250 we need to get that met. And if we meet that, Kagome's run is going to be 5 times as hard. That's not an exaggeration. Apparently the enemies have 5 times as much health. So if you want to see that, exclamation mark donate in the chat will take you to our Tiltify page where you can see all of this information. And again, this is all going to the great cause that is Rethink Breast Cancer. If you're just tuning in, we are Lady Arcaders Super Showcase 2022. It's our first charity event. We're so excited to have you here. And we are benefiting Rethink Breast Cancer, which is a charity known for making positive change and rethinking the status quo when it comes to breast cancer. Rethink educates, empowers, and advocates for system changes to improve the experience and outcomes of those with breast cancer, focusing on historically underserved groups, whether that's people at a younger age, diagnosed at a younger age, those with metastatic breast cancer, and people systemically marginalized due to race, income, or other factors. Rethink Breast Cancer uplifts, inspires, and most importantly, helps people to rethink breast cancer to help people live better and live longer. So again, thank you all so much for being here to support us in supporting this great cause. Also, you may have seen that we're a tiny channel. This, again, our first event. But we have an amazing weekend of showcases being run by talented women who love the games that they'll be playing for us. And it's not just games. If you check out our schedule, by the way, folks, we've got an art showcase later on. If that's something that interests you, exclamation mark schedule in chat will get you a handy link to our schedule. Take a look. See if there's something that interests you. We'd love to see you in chat for that. As we are getting set up for our next run, folks, now's a great time because we've had two very very hectic runs, two very amazing action-packed runs. Didn't want to tear your eyes off the screen kind of thing, and it's a great time to maybe take a quick stretch, get some drinks. That next run is coming up very shortly though, so